Hey y'all, it's Mark Hernandez. I'm the grounds manager at Moncus Park, and today we're standing near our beautiful preservation iris gardens. We have over 7,000 native Louisiana irises. There are 5 species of native Louisiana irises. We have all 5 of them. In addition to the 5 species of native irises, which originated here, there are hundreds and hundreds of different cultivars or hybrids that all originated from those 5 species, crossed, and folks bred them. And so that creates this beautiful plethora of colors when they begin to bloom in the early spring. So we'll be talking a little bit today about how to manage those irises. Okay, y'all, so first thing we'll talk about with the irises and managing the irises is their life cycle. So unlike a lot of our plantings in the landscape, the irises are dormant after they bloom early spring and through the summer, and they really wake up and come to life about now, October 1st. It's a beautiful day out today. And so typically speaking, whenever you purchase an iris, you'll receive something like this. If you buy it in a local nursery, hopefully it'll be a 1 or 3 gallon container, and you'll have multiple plants in there. Or if you purchase it from an online source, typically they'll ship them to you bare root. And so what you'll get is a single plant typically, with the rhizome usually about 3 or 4 inches, something like this. So when you receive the plant in the mail, or if you get it from a local nursery, the first thing I like to do if we're dividing, which we'll talk about that a little bit later, is cut the leaves off, and that really focuses the energy of the plant into establishment of the root system. And so when you get a plant like this, you'll want to plant it about 1.5 to 2 inches deep in the soil. The rhizomes on the irises love to grow along the surface of the soil. And so what you want to do is plant it no deeper than what it came in the pot, or no deeper than 1 or 2 inches below the surface of the soil. One thing that irises do not like in the summertime is having their rhizomes exposed to the hot summer sun. So you want to make sure you mulch the area around the iris rhizome pretty well, 2 to 3 inches of the best organic mulch that you can find. So once the plant is established, you plant it in the fall is the best time. It'll make a first flower that following spring. So this would be considered the mother plant. It will make 1 flower, and then this mother plant will die and not bloom again forever. So the trick of all gardeners is to allow these plants to populate themselves and to grow and make new babies for future flowers. And so if the management of the soils are not right and their irises are not happy, they will not make babies, and you'll have a short-lived plant. So after you've established your irises and they've gotten everything they need, they're happy, they're healthy, they're really growing, it usually takes about 2 to 3 years for a plant to go from this to this. And so one aspect of irises is as they grow and start to really cluster, and they start to get a little bit stressed out from just having too many irises, it's time to start dividing those irises. This is whenever you can really share them with your friends, spread them out in our area. So this area, for example, we have a bare spot of about a 15-foot that was just kind of not doing very well. And so we're going to take this opportunity now in October. This is really the best time of year to start to divide these irises. And so what I typically like to do is take our scissors, cut back the leaves. I usually like to leave a majority of the clump in place just because. And we'll pull out a nice section of the irises like this. So you can see these irises, there are probably 15 or 20 new babies that can then be broken up and planted. So the irises grow in rhizomes. And so you can really just break these irises apart. And if you look at this, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3 new plants just from that little section. Take that back, there's a 4th one. So 4 plants. So we can then take these babies and spread them out like we did here, about every 2 feet or so, and really start to establish new areas in our iris gardens. Once they're planted, you mulch them really nicely, give them a good watering, and let them go for the fall, and then next spring you'll have new established iris beds. Well guys, thank y'all for joining me today. We hope you enjoyed this little segment about how to care and manage your irises. We invite you to come out and watch these things grow, or maybe get inspired and grow some of your own.